How's it going, everybody? So in this video, I'm going to talk about how to lose 20 pounds in a month without exercise. So before I get started, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I do appreciate the support. It helps my channel grow. Please follow me on Instagram, Dillenberg999. So here's the thing about losing 20 pounds in a month. There is a little trick that you can do to help you hit the number on the scale. So let's say you're 190, you want to lose 20 pounds, you want to get to 170 in a month. Is that possible? 100% that's possible. Now, the thing that might be a little bit tricky to do with this is if the diet that you're eating right now, if it's pretty balanced, if it's say moderate amount of protein, moderate amount of carbohydrates, moderate amount of fat, it might be a little bit difficult to lose 20 pounds in a month. The reason being is because when you first lose weight, you lose weight because of water weight. You will lose weight because of your water intake, your sodium intake, and your carbohydrate intake or your glycogen storages. Those three things make up your water weight. So when people lose weight, what happens is depending on the diet that you do, if you maintain your high carb diet, but you just cut back a little bit on the carbs, your weight's going to stay pretty similar. But depending on the carbs that you eat, your sodium might go down because they're healthier foods. Generally, a lot of unhealthy foods are high in sodium. So if you drop your sodium, your water weight's going to go down. What happens is when you eat less sodium, you don't get as thirsty, so you don't need as much water. If you eat a ton of salt in the day, you're going to drink a ton of water. So by naturally lowering your sodium, you will lower your water intake naturally, and that will help you to lose weight. The easiest way to do this is to literally go low carb or basically keto. You don't have to go full keto. I don't recommend doing that, but go low carb. 50 to 100 grams of carbs per day, even 150 grams is fine. Average carbohydrate intake for guys is about 300 to 400 grams of carbs per day. By going from 350 grams of carbs to 50 grams of carbs, what happens is it will deplete your glycogen storages in about a day or two. What glycogen storages are is when you consume carbohydrates, when you consume a little too much, your body will store that carbohydrate as glycogen. So when you're running low on carbs, they'll use that glycogen storage for extra energy. If you go too long without carbohydrates, your glycogen storages will be depleted. So in a couple of days, low carb, glycogen storages are depleted. What this will do is this will make you drop about 10 pounds in 3 to 4 days pretty easily. So right off the hop, we didn't do anything fancy. We've literally lowered our carbohydrate intake and we've already lost 10 pounds. Basically water weight, you really haven't lost that much. You really haven't lost any fat, because if you go back to eating carbs, you're gonna gain those other 10 pounds back. But we've lost 10 pounds on the scale. That's what we want. Now, all we have to do for the rest of the month is average 2.5 pounds of weight loss per week, which isn't that hard, especially if you're really overweight. The more overweight you are, the more weight you can lose per week. If you're 300 pounds, you can lose a lot more than 2 pounds per week. If you're 150 pounds, might be pretty tough to lose 2 pounds per week. So again, depends on how much you weigh, that's how much you can lose. Following low carb, you should naturally lose weight because the foods that you're consuming are high in fat, high in protein, and that naturally fills you up. So you shouldn't be as hungry. So literally just continue to eat low carb and you'll naturally lose weight per week. Pretty simple in my opinion. And that's generally how I do most of my cutting cycles. Just literally lower the carbohydrates for a month or two and you'll lose 20 to 30 pounds pretty easily. So end of video. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already.